Isn't it funny? The truth just sounds different.
Hello there, Shalom. How you all doing? Matthew 24 and verse 15. So, when you see the abomination that lays waste, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, set up in the set apart place, that's the temple, he who reads, let him understand. Let those who are in Yehuda or Judah flee to the mountains. Some time ago, I caught up with an old friend of mine, someone that I used to go out onto the streets preaching with. I hadn't seen him in years, many years, and we finally made contact and we met for coffee in town. And while we were chatting, the subject of the end days came up. He brought the subject up. And I got to telling him about my preparedness for what's coming. And I told him that I was ready to get out of my home and head for the hills. And he very disparagingly, I thought, said, "What? You're gonna run?" Insinuating that I was a coward, basically. And I told him about this verse. But probably like a lot of believers, who think that Matthew 24, 15 and 16 were referring to the sack of Jerusalem and the desecration of the temple by the Romans in AD 70. But right at the beginning of that chapter, the disciples had said to him, "Say to us, when shall this be? And what is the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" So Yeshua, Jesus, is talking about the end of the age immediately prior to his return. Well, Yeshua himself said, "Run to the mountains. Don't hang around. Don't be where they expect to find you. Get out." Proverbs 27 and verse 12 says, "A clever man sees calamity and hides himself. The simple shall go on. They are punished." Other versions say, "A wise man sees trouble coming and hides himself. But the fool continues on his way." So, it is the fool who stays where he is, and the wise man runs, gets out of the way, avoids the trouble that he can see is coming. Now, is it the wise or the clever man who sees the trouble coming and hides? Or is he wise or clever because he hides? Both. If you are not a wise man, chances are you will not see the trouble coming, and you won't see the need to hide or get out. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9 says, "The coming of the lawless one," or in some translations, the man of sin, the coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan, with all power and signs and wonders of falsehood. When, as it says in the same chapter, the restrainer, whatever you interpret that to be, is removed, the man of sin will be revealed. And he comes with all the working of Satan himself. Simply put, at that time, effectively, Satan will have a free hand to do whatever he likes on this planet. He will be unrestrained. Tell you one thing, Mr. Steele, you'll run, trust me. Unless, of course, you're a fool. Okay, that's all I had to say. Cheers, shalom, and until next time, keep searching for the truth.